Okay, so 2 times the log base 8 of 512. This is asking, the logarithm part is, if I have 8 and I want to turn it into 512, what power must I put it to? Well, 8 times 8 is 64, times 8 is 512. So 512 is 8 to the third power. So we can do this. 2 log base 8 of 8 to the third equals x. I'm just thinking if there's if we can streamline this a little bit. This entire thing, in other words, is going to turn out to be 3. We're saying, I've got 8, I want to turn it into 8 to the third. What power must I put it to? Answer, third power. And then we have this 2 multiplying out front, so 2 times 3 gives us 6. Okay, so I'm going to start doing the logarithms a little bit less explicitly, or a little bit faster is really the only difference. We get to here, we say 8 to what power is 512? The answer is 3, so the entire logarithm just turns into the number 3. We'll do that in one step. Log base 2 of 1/32 is saying, okay, I've got 2. What power do I put it to turn it into 1/32? Well, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. So 2 to the 5th power is 32. Well, I want 1/32, which is way smaller. What extra tweak do I do on this to turn it into 1/32? We need to do its reciprocal. So instead of 2 to the 5th, I want 2 to the -5th. That means take 2, put it to the 5th power, and, oh yeah, flip it over while you're at it. So instead of 32, we get 1/32. So the power we need here is -5, and this entire logarithm just turns out to be -5. So the log is, what power do I put on 2 to turn it into 1/32? That's our answer. And here, log base 5 of root 125. So if you have 5, what power do you put it to get 125? I'll worry about the root in a moment. 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125. So 5 to the third is 125. What if we want to square a root on it? What difference does that make? If it's root 25 instead, then we have 5 to the third to the 1/2. Right? Rooting something is like cutting its power in half. So we get 5 to the 3/2 is root 125. Okay? In other words, this power is saying take 5, put it to the third power, that'll give you 125, then do the second root on it. And obviously, there's the root. So this whole logarithm comes down to 3/2. Because the log was saying, if I've got 5, what power do I put on it to get root 125? Here's the answer.